Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney if you're new here. Hello, it's been a minute since I've filmed, so if this seems kind of rambly and all over the place, it is. Today I'm going to be using the Norvina palette in a more like wearable daytime look. So that's this palette. I'm sure you all have seen it a lot of places. And if not, it's really pretty and it's an Anastasia palette. We all kind of know what we're getting with that. These are the tones we're working with. At first glance, I feel like some people think that it's not as wearable because of like these purple tones, and that's like, ooh, what am I gonna do with those? But I'm here to tell you, you can do whatever you want with makeup. First of all, there's no rules. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Second of all, it is really nice, and if you blend stuff out, it doesn't look as intense. Just wanted to create something kind of quick and easy for you guys, and hopefully you like it. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay tuned. Okay, I have no background, but what I do have are jackets and coats. I don't know, I have a weird setup going on. I've primed my face already. I used the Laura Mercier, it's the Protect primer that she has. I really like this stuff. Clearly I've used a lot of it. I would say this is the primer that I used the most of in 2018 probably. For foundation, I am using this Physicians formula. It's the Brightening Complex, the Healthy Foundation. It has SPF 20 in it, which is not too shabby. It's better than nothing. But I do like this stuff. It has a doe foot. So like this. It's nice. So I'm going to start with that, and I just literally like paint it on my face like this. Like as if it were concealer, kind of. I don't know about any of you guys, but when I watch someone like put on foundation and like smooth it over their skin, that is like so satisfying to me. To just like watch that whole process, like, oh, so nice. Then I'm just gonna blend that in with a Real Techniques sponge. I like these because they're like really affordable compared to like the $20 beauty blender, and they're really soft, so. I'm gonna set my face right now. I don't feel like using concealer because sometimes I just don't. So I'm gonna take the Kat Von D translucent powder and this Tarte brush, which I absolutely love. It's dual-ended. This fluffy end is like, it's great. And I just kind of take it, tap off excess, and then just kind of pat it around. I don't really bake because I feel like that really dries out my skin. For contour today, I'm gonna go in with this Tarte palette. It's their like clay something or other. I don't think it exists anymore, so sorry. But I'm gonna go in with this, so this more gray tone one here, and then maybe put a little bit of this one on for bronzer. Just kind of use this to like contour and bronze my face just a little bit. But you do have to be careful with this because it will a lot of pigment comes off on this. Okay, I look a little crazy right now, and I went ahead and put some bronzer on my face. The Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This stuff is so bomb. If you don't have it, it's inexpensive. It blends great, but I feel like the Tarte palette played me a little bit because it's a little patchy, which I don't really know if you can tell, but I can. So I'm telling you, it's patchy, and that's a bummer. I did my brows because I feel like that's boring and meh. But I used the Anastasia Brow Definer. I use the shade Dark Brown right now. I blend like my face and all of my makeup like throughout the whole process. So I'll like go in randomly and just be like, need to buff this out. Like, and even at the end, I'll be like, this looks like mud. I just also realized that this is happening. Cute. All right, so I'm gonna go into the palette and probably just see what happens. But I'm gonna go in with the shade Base first. So it's this one over here. And then I'm probably gonna go in with, I believe this is called Eccentric. I did not look at it before I switched this. But I'm gonna put this in my crease and maybe a little bit of this one. I don't know. We'll see. Starting off the base, I'm gonna take a fluffy brush. Just this Morphe M505. Any kind of basic big fluffy brush, it doesn't matter. So. I'm not going to use a primer because I'm lazy, and also because this is just going to be really quick and I just don't have time. I'm sorry if that offends you, but. So I'm gonna take a pencil and or crease brush, use a shade, oh, it is called eccentric, okay. And I'm just gonna like plop it in my crease, real messy, just go for it. Then I'm gonna take that passion shade, that maroon shade that was right next to it, and I'm just gonna put it on the outer bit of the crease just to kind of deepen it on the outside. I feel like if you make your eye look like deeper on the outside, it kind of gives you that fanned or like cat eye effect. And then sometimes I go in with that fluffy brush that I used first and then just kind of like softly go over everything. I don't want to like completely blend it away, but just kind of make it soft. So now I'm going to go in with this shade, this dazzling shade right now, and I'm just going to put it all over the lid. Like just slap it on down. I'm going to take a basic, this is a Sephora brand brush that I've had for eons, and just put it all over. There is some fallout with this, so honestly if you were using a primer it would be helpful. So here's the point that I feel like you could keep it kind of mellow like this. This is tame. This is chill. This is definitely daytime looking thing. But I like to put something warm on my lower lash line and kind of smoke it out. So now I'm going to take that Love shade, which is this pink shade right here, and I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line and really smoke it out, because that's just the kind of gal I am. So I like to go in with a detailed brush, a small detailed brush like this, tap into it, tap off some excess if you got any, which you do with this balance, and then just go in. I like to keep it a little more concentrated on the outer corner and then just like lightly put some in here. Same with the other eye. So for liner, I'm going to use the NYX liner. It is the Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on waterproof extreme shine eye liner. Wow, that is that. I'm going to use the shade Jewel, Bijou, which, fun fact about me, I had a dog named Bijou. She was a little Bichon. And instead of being fluffy, she was really like nappy and her hair would dread a lot, and she just looked so cute. R.I.P. Bijou. Love you. Anyway, I'm just using this liner because it's like this nice purpley tone, but it's not that intense. So I'm just gonna make a wing really fast. Sometimes I do liner like really far away from the mirror that I'm doing right now, and it turns out great, and sometimes it's awful. So we'll just see what happens today. Like, I swear my other eye closes so I can't even see what's going on anyway, and it's like, really, what am I doing here? I'm gonna throw on some mascara. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I have a mini one of it, so this is that mini one. But I'm gonna just do this off camera because honestly, putting on mascara, you look like a psychopath and it just takes a while. Do people like watching people put on mascara? I don't know. My lashes hit my eye. So I put mascara only on the top. Sometimes I do this during the day because I think it looks, I think it looks kind of cute, but I also think like it keeps it a little lighter. So here's it without bottom mascara, and then I'm just gonna add a little tiny bit right in the center, which still sometimes is a little too much for me. And sometimes I like put it on, I'm like, okay, and then I like go in and pick it off later. Don't do that. I love this Aurora palette from Anastasia. This was at, okay, listen to this. This was at Marshall's for $25. Marshall's. If you haven't gone to like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's and like shop for makeup, or at least like looked at the stuff around there, you're missing out, because I'm telling you. So this is usually like $42, and for it being $25 and not touched, like not touched. This is so pretty. It's one of my favorite highlighting palettes in general. I know it looks a little scary because you're like, would I wear a blue, green, or purple highlight? Maybe not. But it doesn't like really look like those colors. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to take a little bit of this highlight, probably the Helia one, because it looks green, but it turns out more golden. You could stop here and literally just keep your face like this and it's more daytime if you want. I don't want, so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to take a Real Techniques setting brush to do this. I'm going to only use this highlight on the like high points of my cheeks and like a little bit under my brow bone. Because I'm going to use a different highlight for my nose because this might be a daytime look, but I'm being a little extra. So with the Norvina palette, I have found that I really like pairing it with this Physicians Formula Butter highlight. It's in the shade Rose Gold, and this stuff is so soft and it's so silky, and it feels like, I mean, I know it's called the butter highlight, but it does feel like that butter type of like smooth. I don't know, it's really satisfying. But I like using this because the tones look really nice with the Norvina palette. That rose gold type of highlight. Just looking at it up close, you can see I've used this a lot. And it really doesn't look like it, but I've used this puppy alert. So, it's awesome. I love it. And I'm just gonna ever so lightly start putting on the tip of my nose. I love a nose highlight. Put a little bit on the Cupid's bow. All right, I think I'm gonna go in with Sandstorm today from NYX. It's the suede one, so it's the matte lip liner. Looks like this. And it's in Sandstorm. I like this stuff. So I'm just gonna line my lips, basic, you know, whatever. I like a nice matte lip, so I'll probably just leave it at this. And then maybe put on some like lip balm or chapstick or something on top. Usually I would set my face, but I just don't feel like it today. Sometimes I feel like I don't need to if I set it with powder. Thanks so much for watching today, and this is pretty much it. If you want to like, subscribe, do all those things that people do on YouTube, I really appreciate it. If not, I'm glad you watched anyway in silence and we can hang out together. Bye!